because we all know the New York Times picture of this baby that has cerebral palsy and amongst other conditions. Turns out Israel has treated him many, many times, this baby, right? So I don't know the child's name. But let's take a look at this is what the point you wanted to make, Lloyd. Let's take a look at, go ahead, make the point.
Yeah,
Lloyd.
so remember, what was it, 50 million we talked about on the front page of the New York Times?
Right.
That's the viewership, yes.
Right, had the cropped version of this photo that didn't include the toddler. So,
The kid with the shirt that says smile.
Of course, so what you saw, what the New York Times, sent out through the airwaves to 50 million people was a photograph of just mom and the infant, and try to convince everybody that child was starving as the result of, Israel's actions. And then, of course, then they were called on it and they had to retract the story. And we already talked about how they, they sent their retraction on their online public relations platform that had, 80,000 people. But that's the real photograph.
Right. And by the way, this is horrible, the poor child.
Of course.
But we're not belittling this, but we're making the point.
No,
that
I
you
think
can paint the picture the way you want to paint this picture,
and
right?
make someone see it. So if you crop out, or you AI out the toddler, then of course you have a photograph that is extremely effective in convincing people that this is a suffering child and it's Israel's fault.
It is a suffering child.
It is a suffering child.
And of
whose
course,
fault is it,
by the way,
right?
we said that a million times.
Right.
Let's not. None of us ever intend to minimize the suffering of any, innocent people.
Right.
But it's unfair to blame that all on Israel. And then when you look at the pictures like that, where it's like, I made this point last time, like if there's this famine, right, why do you have to manufacture photographs? You would think there would be enough. And people have said to me, well, there's no journalists in Gaza and the Israelis don't let journalists in. Everyone has an iPhone. Come on, give me a break.
There's more journalists in Gaza.
Hold on, but this photo.
Journalists, and that's a loose term now.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, isn't that the point? So yes,
Right.
the bottom line is that people, it's easy to fool them, and unfortunately, we have an evil, complicit media that spreads this information. And you look at that picture. And
There's
like,
a
oh my
lot
God,
of people getting a lot rich.
Why
on
is
this
only
misery.
the infant starving?
Right. Like Brian said, just the children. You're only starving the children.